ladies and gentlemen, the 4 men who will be fighting for a chance to fight in the International Fight Series Evolution. Introducing, fighting out of WA, Roy Rebel Wills. Representing New South Wales, Joe Killer Contra. Presenting Victoria, Erik Miskle. Also representing Victoria, Alex the Great Petroulias. One of these 4 lucky fighters will be fighting in Evolution International. Mr. Nugget, welcome to centering. Ladies and gentlemen, Melbourne, give Mr. Nugget a big round of applause. Nugget Evolution now, worldwide brand. You are the man behind the actual brand. Please tell us a bit more about what's happening on Evolution.
Yeah, 2 years ago, I made the trip to Thailand and met a good friend now called Tolly Marcus, who owns Elite Boxing. I decided to become a partner with him, and through that we decided to take Evolution global. And tonight I guess we get to welcome Mark the Hammer under the umbrella of EB, and also a part of Evolution. So I congratulate him on a great event, and I hope all the boys fight really well.
And I tell you what, Evolution has been a stepping stone for some of the world's best fighters: John Wayne Parr, Nathan Carnage Corbett, Michael Tomahawk Thompson, and tonight one of the up-and-coming fighters from Melbourne, WA or New South Wales will get the opportunity to represent Australia at Evo in Malaysia 2015. And here we go, the first semi-final of the 4-man eliminator.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Evolution qualifier will begin now. Firstly, representing Victoria, Erik Miskle.
Hammer, you've pulled another one out of the box here. The Evo qualifier, the 4-man eliminator. 4 of the best fighters from around the country. And we've got 2 Victorians facing off first in the first semi-final. Erik Miskle, trained by Laos, 2 out of Young Bulls Gym, a quality fighter and a regular here on Warriors Way.
Well, of course, we saw Erik last time on Fox Sports against Michael Tomahawk Thompson. He was a little unlucky there, Erik. He got caught flush, but that's no indication of the true potential that Erik Miskle is capable of.
And I tell you what, this man's taken some big names as well. Alexi the Great Petroulias, coming off a big win
over Kurt Finlayson, I think, recently.
Yep.
Yeah, so a bigger scalp to get for Alexi, you'd be hard pressed to find. World champ Kurt Killer Finlayson from the sunny coast, and Alexi just getting his scalp. So Alexi will be supremely confident coming into this.
And both of these boys are multiple title holders in Victoria and Australia. This will be a great bout. 2
of the best of Victoria, which is what I wanted to do, just see who will reign supreme from the Victorians.
So 3 3-minute rounds, full tie rules. The important thing is in an eliminator is not to get cut with the elbows under full tie rules, Hammer.
Yeah, also probably preserve your legs a little as well. You don't want your shins getting banged up. In all elimination style tournaments, you'll note that the fighters probably are a little heavier with hand use in the earlier rounds. Although what I've tried to emulate with this 4-man is if they fight 3 rounds and then they fight the final 3 rounds, that's 6 rounds. Generally, full tie rule fights are 5 rounds, so 5 rounds of 3-minute duration. So indeed, if they fight the preliminary bout and then they fight the final, it's 6 rounds. So I'm trying to emulate, roughly the duration of what they would be fighting if they were fighting for a world title. It would be 5x3 full tie rules.
And so for the viewers at home too, Alexi Petroulias, he's got the shin guards, the ankle guards on, and a little bit more ink work, or a lot more ink work than Erik Miskle. Hammer, when you're matching a 4-man, did you pull it out of a hat? Did you make sure it was the Melbourne guys taking on an interstate guy in the final?
I sort of spoke to the boys that are in Evolution overseas, because obviously we've done it in collaboration to make it all official. And the consensus was we put the 2 Victorians together to see who will be the best of the Victorian lot. And then, of course, we've got Perth versus New South Wales for the next heat. So pretty much the other states, they'll battle out to see who will get the opportunity. So it was, putting the 2 Victorians against each other to see who's going to be the best in the state, I suppose.
And I tell you what, this is a fight the Victorians have been longing to see these 2 boys getting in there in centre ring. But I tell you what, at the moment, Erik Miskle's really working the legs of Alexi Petroulias. And I tell you what, both these boys very composed in centering, but you can just see it with Erik Miskle. He's really biting down on the mouth guard like he really wants this.
Well, Erik, of course, young family, you know, looking to forge a good career for himself. Oh, big round kick from Alexi. Kicks out the supporting leg of Miskle. Testament to the power that Alexi possesses. He gets his chin a little high, Alexi, though. I'd like to see him just tuck his chin a little bit more. Alexi now aggressive on the front foot. Miskle loses his footing. And he's a little bit wobbled.
He looks a little bit wobbled there.
a little bit wobbled there, Miskle.
Mark Cook didn't pick that one up there, Hammer, but I'll tell you what.
Alexi certainly has, though.
And one thing with Alexi Petroulias, he fights very much in a Thai rhythm. The first couple of rounds, he generally just eases himself into it. Normally fights over 5 rounds. This is 3 rounds, so really you've got to get in there and make it happen at the start.
Nice, yeah, exactly. A switch push kick to the face there from Miskle. And Alexi, he's got to get busy from the start.
Oh, what a first round of this Evo qualifier, Hammer.
I tell you what, Miskle got a little bit caught there in that first round. Survived it, finished the round strongly.
Of course, it opened up with Miskle with some good hands, and he really worked the legs well at the start of the round. But as you said, he gets caught a little bit later on. And Alexi Petroulias, a la John Wayne Parr, loved working on the ropes.
Yeah, he actually hung on to the rope then, saved his vertical base. He would have been taken down like that if he wasn't holding on to the rope, Alexi, but nevertheless rallied strong, jumping downward elbow into the knee strike, over elbow, and you know that Alexi loves to work those elbows. Give him a millimetre on the inside and he will slice you with those elbows.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, one of his best techniques is the upward elbow when he's in nice and close.
Very aggressive in the clinch and really bullies his opponents and gets the elbows away. Almost got caught with that round kick to the neck, did Alexi on the spin.
But he uses that cross guard with his hand very well. He's done that a couple of times already. These are 2 of the best fighters in Victoria and Australia right here in centre ring at the moment. Of course, the winner of this one's going to go through to take on the winner of the next bout, Roy Wills and Joe Concha.
Nice double low kick from Miskle, chopping at the leg. Just keeps sort of getting those points in. Oh, nice catch. An almost takedown from Alexi. This is such a close fight. It's almost combination for combination.
And one thing Alexi's, or both these boys are very good at, is catching the kicks as well. We haven't seen a lot of that tonight, but you look at the back of Miskle and you can see he's obviously worn quite a bit from Alexi Petroulias.
It's sort of testament to the power. And, one of the negatives have been a little bit fair-skinned, which I can attest to.
So this is round 2, the first of the Evo qualifiers.
Nice overhand right from Miskle. Alexi measures the distance so well, shoots in and out of range easily. Cross-face guard from Alexi. Looked for the step through. Takedown did Miskle.
So
keep him busy on the inside.
Yeah, 3 3-minute rounds. It's fast-paced, Hammer. Also, too, quite often you see the eliminators. You'll see the elimination fights at the start of the card. It gives the guys a chance to really cool down and wind down. They've almost got to prep again for the fight.
They do. They've got to go out the back, ice the injuries, and they will have injuries. They will have, you know, sustained trauma to the legs and the body. So they've got to ice that down, get themselves prepped and ready to go. And of course for the final, so they've got to try and be in as best shape as they can. Nice kick out of the supporting leg from Alexi.
I'll tell you what, that's twice we've seen Alexi Petroulias take Erik Miskle down now with those low kicks.
Once again, a big thank you to the sponsors. I mentioned Hair Logica. If you're going a little bit thin on top like myself, check out hairlogica.com.au.
I'll tell you what, great work there again from Erik Miskle, just following up with a high kick as Alexi was hanging off the ropes. Mark Cook just having a bit of a word to him.
Oh, inside thigh, nicely done from Alexi. Erik switches through, kicks to the arms, kicks to the body, and of course in Thai boxing, and for those of you scoring this at home, even though a fighter kicks to the arms and kicks to the body, it may be, I suppose, blocked, but you have to count aggression. So you've got to count scoring shots, you've got to count forward movement, you've got to count aggression, and you've got to count work rate. So keep all of those things in mind, and there's your apprenticeship as a judge.
And I tell you what, Hammer, just in saying that, Miskle's really been pushing the pressure. There's that driving elbow again from Alexi Petroulias. Another action-packed second round, Hammer.
What a close one this one is.
So we'll go over and have a look at some of the highlights of this first qualifier, the Evo qualifier.
Who will it be in the final? 1 round to go. 3 minutes to make the final.
Great takedown there once again from Alexi Petroulias.
Just catches and controls. And they're going catch for catch on the kicks. Look at Alexi just grabbing onto those ropes. If those ropes weren't there, would have surely face plunged.
Which would have been good for the highlight reel. So here we go.
Alexi, he's a survivor though.
Here we go, third and final round. Both these boys got a world of respect for each other. So the winner of this goes through to the final of the Evo qualifier. And of course, that'll be in 2015 over in Malaysia, Hammer.
Will be.
So
E-Boxing, Elite Boxing, EBTV. Check them out online also. EBTV. They've got some great highlights from not only Thai fights, but Glory and all the big Muay Thai events from all over the globe. So check them out, EBTV. And they're the new partners of Evolution Promotions. Of course, the biggest Thai boxing events in the country. Formally.
Of course, it's great to have Ajan Nugget in the house as well, Hammer.
Nuggets made the trip from Thailand to oversee proceedings of the qualifier as well. And of course, look for talent, because it's not only the fighter that wins, it's going to be the fighters that perform well that are going to be kept in mind for those big Thailand versus Challenger, or those Challenger events overseas as well. There's some big events around the world, and working with Elite Boxing now for myself is going to give local fighters the opportunity to be showcased overseas. Also talking to some promoters in Dubai at the moment as well, looking for good Aussie talent. So my aim as a promoter with Warriors Way is not only to promote shows locally, but more importantly to try and get opportunities for fighters overseas. And I'll be certainly shopping these two boys around to all and sundry as I'm dealing with looking for fighters.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, the 4 boys you've got on the eliminator, they're all worthy of it, but only one can go through at the moment. Hammer, I'm going to go back to the second round when you were giving your rundown on how to judge a fight. Erik Miskle's work rate in this third round has just been relentless, always walking forward. Alexi looking to cut. Miskle, he's thrown a lot more elbows, but the work rate of Miskle has been...
Like I'm trying to score this one as it's happening. I'm obviously a little bit emotional about the whole thing, and I try and be as impartial as possible when I commentate or judge a fight. And it's so hard to pick. It's going to be where the judges are sitting, what they see land, what they consider to be power techniques, what they consider to be effective scoring as the fight's happening. And each judge is positioned differently around the ring. So they're going to be looking at this fight from totally different perspectives as to what they're seeing. And we're ticking down to the final moments of this one. It's so close. So they say harder to pick than a broken nose. It's a tough one.
I tell you what, Hammer, both these boys, it's been 3 rounds of non-stop action. 9 minutes they've been in there and they've given it their all. It looks like they've been through a 5-rounder.
They haven't stopped. I look forward to having both boys on more Warriors Way events. Of course, Erik Miskle was showcased on Warriors Way 11, Friday, November 7. He'll be back irrespective of the result. Alexi Petroulias also next year on Warriors Way events. Be proud to have both of these guys on my shows in future, that's for sure. What champion effort from both men. It's going to go to the judges, Johnny. How did you see it?
Mate, I'm sitting on the fence on this one. I'll tell you what.
I'm with you. Slightly uncomfortable, but we're both sitting on the fence.
I love both of these boys. The work rate of Erik Miskle throughout the 3 rounds to me was more predominant. Alexi had some, he took Erik down twice with the low kicks as well. He was aggressive with the knees and the elbows. I don't know. I'm sitting on the fence with this one, Hammer.
I tell you, I can't pick it. It's so close, so close. It's going to be a flip of a coin, and both fighters truly worthy of moving through to the next round.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of the first Evolution Eliminator, we've gone to the judges' scorecards. Our first judge scored the contest 29-29. Our second judge scored the contest 29-28. Our third judge, 29-28, declaring the winner via majority points and moving through to the final of the Evolution Eliminator, blue corner,
Oh, there you have it, Hammer. A majority points decision win, and it was a close one to Erik Miskle.
I'll tell you what, it was a draw, which would have sent us into an... If it was a draw, we would have had to go an extension round. Of course, extension rounds are in play here.
Commiserations for Alex the Great.
But I'll tell you what, yeah, commiserations to Alexi Petroulias.